What's up, y'all? Your boy Rodham is back with another video, and on today's video I am going to talk about WrestleMania 42. Yes, I am going to give my predictions on this video. I know most people have already given their predictions for WrestleMania, but since I have some time, I'm going to give you my personal predictions for WrestleMania. Looking at the card looks pretty damn good, to say the least. So far, from what I've seen, 7 matches for night 1, 6 matches for night 2. They may add another match to even things out. But overall, I like where the card stands. Of course, you have the 6-man tag team match, the women's IC title match, Oba versus Brock, the 2 big main events, which I'll talk about a little later. But nonetheless, let's just jump into the swing of things. Now, WrestleMania 42, as I just mentioned, is back in Vegas for the 2nd year in a row, at Allegiant Stadium where it was last year. Of course, you had the Hall of Fame this Friday after SmackDown, which I won't be watching nonetheless, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just go ahead and talk about WrestleMania 42. Now, on Saturday, we're going to kick things off with the 6-man tag team match, The Vision, the tag team champions of Logan Paul and Austin Theory, teaming up with I Show Speed. Yes, a lot of celebrity involvement, and I, like most of you, have celebrity fatigue at this point. They will be teaming up against Jay and Jimmy the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah. Now, honestly, I feel like LA Knight should be doing something better than this, and I could care less about I Show Speed, but it is what it is. I'm sure he's going to show his athleticism, and for what it is, he's very athletic. You know, I don't really care much about him. I know he's a big streamer and all that, but he seems to have some athleticism, if you will, and I'm sure he's going to show that in this match. But nonetheless, my pick for this match is Jimmy and Jay the Usos and LA Knight. Those are my picks to win that match. Next, we have the unsanctioned match. We have the unsanctioned match. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. These two have been feuding for months, for weeks now, and these two are just at each other's throats by all means necessary. And these two, they literally just want to get this over with. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. Ever since Jacob came back, he's been really going at Drew, and Drew has tried to find every which way possible to take down the Samoan Werewolf. I think this is going to be a good match. I think this is going to be one of the stealer matches of the weekend. Nonetheless, I have the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, winning this match. Next, we have the Women's World Championship on the line as Stephanie Vicure takes on Liv Morgan. Now, at first, I didn't really care for this match. I like both women, don't get me wrong, but just the build-up at first really wasn't what I expected, but they really picked it up in the last few weeks, especially what happened last week when Liv got that big old knot on her head, and then this week when these two were brawling. Either way, this is going to be a good match, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to say a title change. I think Liv Morgan will find a way to win the Women's World Championship. She's held the title before, and I think she'll do it again. As far as Stephanie's title reign is concerned, listen, like I said, I like Stephanie, but her title reign has been a little bit underwhelming, to say the least. But nonetheless, this should be a good one. Liv Morgan is my pick to become the new Women's World Champion. Next, we have the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line as the former champion, Becky Lynch, the man, or as Bleacher Report, Sports Illustrated, whatever the case may be, say she's the greatest women's wrestler ever, whatever the case may be. Anyway, she will be challenging her nemesis, AJ Lee. Now, ever since AJ Lee came back, she has been a thorn in the side of Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is looking to become the first 3-time Women's Intercontinental Champion. And by hook or by crook, I think she's going to do that. She's going to find a way to get it done. She's going to find a way to outsmart AJ Lee as one wife defeats another one. So Becky Lynch is my pick to become the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Next, we have a fatal 4-way for the Women's Tag Team Championships as the Irresistible Forces, Lash Legend and Nia Jax. They will be defending their championships against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, the Bella Twins, and Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Now, I saw some reports. I was reading where if Nikki Bella's not cleared in time, then the Kabuki Warriors could take their place. Listen, just make it a three-way. Just make it a triple threat match. You know, no disrespect to Asuka and Kairi Sane, but you really don't need them. But if the Bella Twins are able to get into this match, they're going to find a way to win. A part of me does want them to win, even though I'm not like a fan of theirs, but I could see where they say, you know what, we're going to put the belts on the Bella Twins, you know, for like a little feel-good moment or something. But I don't want them winning. Overall, I'm saying Lyra Valkyria and Bayley are going to become the new champions. Now, this is Lash Legend's first WrestleMania, right? This is her first WrestleMania, and I think she's going to shine, as she should. I think she's going to really showcase her strengths, showcase what she has as far as the women's division is concerned. This match should be okay. You know, this should be an okay match. But overall, I want Lyra Valkyria and Bayley to become the new champions. So they're my pick to win the women's tag team championships. But we shall see once Saturday hits. Next, we have Seth Rollins. Yes, Seth Rollins, who has been trying so hard to take down the vision, the same vision that he created. He's going to be taking on the Reign General Gunther. Now, most people would think it would be Braun Breaker, but, you know, who knows when he'll come back. That's a match I would have liked to see nonetheless, but I'm not taking away from this. This is going to be a good match. This is going to be a show stealer for me also. It's a few matches on this card that's going to be a show stealer for me. I think this is going to be one of them. Gunther has told Paul Heyman he owes him more than a favor when it comes to Seth Rollins. So he owes him a very big favor, if you know what I'm saying, because he basically gave out the hint of what type of favor Paul Heyman owes him. But we'll get to that at another time. Right now, Seth Rollins has to overcome Gunther. This is Seth's first match back since his shoulder injury some months ago. All that being said, this is going to be a good one. I'm going to take Gunther to win this match. Yeah, I think Gunther's going to find a way to win and ruin the return, if you will, of Seth Rollins. And in the main event, we have for the undisputed WWE Championship, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes taking on Randy Orton, who is seeking his 15th World Championship. Now, I said I was going to make a separate video about this. So I might as well just put it on here now. This stuff with Pat McAfee, I mean, it's clearly unnecessary. It's one of the worst storylines in wrestling history. It's one of the worst things to happen to wrestling. TKO decided to stick their nose in this and just ruin it. You know, I saw where Bully Ray said that this was ruined for no good reason. And actually, he's right. He's 100% right. You know, Pat McAfee has said that if Randy Orton does not win at WrestleMania, we'll never see him again. But if he does, we're never going to never hear the end of Pat McAfee, right? All that being said, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton writes itself. 20 years of history. Cody Rhodes talked about how he was doing stuff for Randy, you know, driving him around the towns and stuff like that. Randy Orton was his very first match. And then, you know, you had the legacy stuff with them two and Ted DiBiase Jr. So that plays a factor into things. But then you add Pat McAfee to the stuff, which this really has nothing to do with him. It has nothing to do with him. This was actually one of the matches that I was really looking forward to at WrestleMania. But now with Pat McAfee in the fold, I know some people like it. Most people don't. And I'm in the minority of most people not liking that. All that being said, I mean, it just really puts a damper on the whole story. And this is one match I really don't care for anymore. Though I know that the match is going to be pretty excellent. And yes, Pat McAfee is going to make his presence known. He's going to have some involvement in this match. All that said, towards the end, I think Randy Orton's going to get his 15th world title. Like I said, Pat is going to make it clear that Randy Orton is going to win because he wants to save the business, right? They want to save the business. And he's going to find a way for Randy to win that 15th world title. And nonetheless, in the end, when it's all said and done on night one, Randy Orton is my pick to win the WWE Championship, and he's going to win his 15th world title. Now let's talk about night two for WrestleMania. And The first hour of WrestleMania each night is going to be on ESPN. It's going to be on TV. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, I'm not going to be able to watch it, so I'll keep up with it nonetheless. Night 2. I really like how they start off night 2, or how they're going to start off night 2. Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi. Listen, Oba Femi is the total package. You know, Lex Luger used to call himself the total package, right? Oba Femi is the total package here. The dude can wrestle. The dude can talk. He's got what it takes to be a future star and carry the company for the next 5 to 10 years. Brock Lesnar, we know Brock Lesnar's, he's certified. We ain't got to worry about that. My thing is, this should be Oba's night. This should be where you really make a big star. Other than that, what I'm saying is Oba Femi should win this match. But I got a feeling they're going to have Brock win this match. And if they do, social media is going to be flooded. It's bad enough people talk about how bad Triple H is booking the shows and creative and all that type of stuff. It's already bad enough, but this is going to really take it over the top. WWE has a chance to right the wrong here. Don't get me wrong, the build-up has been fantastic, right? But what I'm saying is, this is Oba's chance. This is where you really make a star. And like I said, Oba Femi's my pick to win. So that's how I see this. Oba Femi is going to beat Brock Lesnar. It's not going to be a cakewalk. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be a cakewalk. However, this is where you really have to put your best foot forward, and this is where you really have to, what's that I'm trying to say? You have to let the fans know we're trying to make a new, because like I said, Brock is certified. He's had his WrestleMania moments, all that type of stuff. Oba Femi's the future. Oba Femi should win this match. Oba Femi is my pick to win. Next, we have what I think will be the big match of the whole weekend, right? Like the real gem of the weekend. The 6-pack ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. We have Penta versus Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Javon Evans, which sold me right there, Rusev, and the returning Rey Mysterio. Now, Rey Mysterio's used to these type of matches. He's been Intercontinental Champion before. The other 4 men in this match have not been Intercontinental Champions, so they're looking to get their first title. It's good to see Rusev on a WrestleMania card, so that's pretty cool. But like I said, Javon Evans, him in this match, him and Penta just sold me alone. JD McDonough and Dragon Lee, they do their thing, but this is going to be, to me, the real gem of WrestleMania. All that being said, Penta should not lose this match. He should not lose the title. So Penta is my pick to retain in a real rugged, exciting six-pack ladder match, for the Intercontinental Championship. Next, we have the women's women's championship on the line, the WWE Women's Championship on the line. It's going to be Jade Cargill taking on Rhea Ripley. Now, the build to this match has been quite terrible, to say the least, but I think they're going to find a way to make up for it. Jade's title reign has not been great, but, she's doing the best she can. Rhea, she's another person who's certified. She's solidified. We know what she can do. Jade Cargill, her crew is going to find a way to get involved. You know what sucks? About this is that Io Sky does not have a match. So I figured she's going to be in the corner of her buddy Rhea Ripley. So it's going to be, the numbers game is going to play an advantage. But nonetheless, I feel like Jade Cargill is going to retain. So she should walk out of WrestleMania Night 2, still the WWE Women's Champion. Next, we have the United States Championship on the line as Sami Zayn takes on Mr. Whoop That Trick Williams. This is Trick Williams' first WrestleMania. And he's looking to light the world on fire if he doesn't already. And he said a few weeks ago on First Take that his mom's going to be there. So he's going to want to make his mama proud. Sami Zayn, listen, I still say this should have been a triple threat with Carmelo Hayes. But it is what it is. This should be a good match. Trick Williams is my pick to one of his first WrestleMania as the new United States champion, as he should. Sammy's had twice already. He really doesn't need it. You know, it sucks for Carmelo, but it is what it is. But Trick Williams is my pick to win the United States Championship. Next, we have Finn Balor. Not just Finn Balor, the Demon Finn Balor. He's going to take on his former Judgment Day brother, Dominic Mysterio. Now, this has been building and building and building for quite some time. This has been slow burning, if you will, because creative in WWE loves to do those slow burns, sometimes a little too much. But nonetheless, the Demon is back. You know, the last few years, the Demon hasn't had much success, if you will, especially when he faced Edge at WrestleMania a couple years ago. But that was then, this is now. Either way, Finn Balor, the Demon, should get his revenge on Dominic. And like Adam Pearce told him, he had it coming. So Dominic is going to get his comeuppance, if you will. The Demon Finn Balor is my pick to win. And in the main event, unless they add another match, like I said, to even it out, the main event is for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk taking on the OTC Roman Reigns, the best in the world versus the OTC. Now, the last couple weeks, these two have been brawling or whatever the case may be. I did see some of the highlights from the promo on Monday. I really didn't like that. That first promo after the Royal Rumble was really, really good. You know what I'm saying? But I think this should be a really good match. Now, the question is, are they going to put the title on Roman and he'll be another part-time champion? I don't think they should. I don't really think Roman needs it. CM Punk, you know, he's had the title for quite some time now. He should be the one to retain. So CM Punk is my pick to retain here at WrestleMania. So those are my picks for WrestleMania. Hopefully the matches will make up for what has been a crappy build, but it is what it is. And I know there are some matches that are going to really stand out to me. But like I said, the ladder match, to me, is going to be the real gem of the whole weekend. What match or matches, like I asked on the reel, do you think are going to be the standout match or matches of the weekend? And who do you think will win the main events? That's my question to y'all. Who do you think will win the main events for WrestleMania? Who do you think will win the night 1 main event and the night 2 main event? We shall see. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all like, share, comment. Please subscribe. Okay. So, yeah, WrestleMania is definitely going to be here before we know it. Of course, unfortunately, WrestleMania 43 will be in Saudi Arabia, but we have to get through WrestleMania 42 first. But other than that, that has been my point of view. My name is Rodimus. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell everybody about the point of view with yours truly, Rodimus. I'll see y'all next time.